homies, we are back with another episode. This is our second episode from coming back from the new year. Like, we back, y'all. Y'all thought we was giving up. We wasn't giving up. Of course, you know who we are by now. Well, for those of you who don't, this is our hood therapist, Laquanda. And I'm your hood therapist, Remi, and we are back with another episode giving you raw and uncut topics about everyday life. Because guess what, bitches? We've been through that shit too. And we ain't ashamed to tell y'all we've been through that shit too. And y'all need to comment under our shit and let us know that y'all been through that shit too. Let us know we're not by ourselves. Mm-hmm. Can y'all give us some feedback? Mm-hmm. This episode we are talking about losing a parent. Whether through death, in jail, or some people even have parents that's still on this earth living freely that they cannot connect to or cannot talk to.
Drug abuse, all types of things.
Yes, it's a lot of different aspects on losing a parent. So I'm speaking on losing a parent through death, and my girlfriend Laquanda, she definitely has lost a parent as well. You want to tell them a little bit how you lost a parent?
I didn't lose a parent through death. I lost a parent through jail, through the justice system. So yeah, we're gonna get into that.
So we got two different aspects today, giving y'all a topic on it. And for those of you that can relate, whether it's a mother or we have step parents, we have aunts, uncles that stepped in as parents that we feel like that we lost, and we gotta get our feet back under us when it comes to like everyday life. With that being said, Laquanda, go into, if you would like to share, go into your intake on how you lost your parent and who your parent was, whether it was your mother or your father, and how did that affect you as a person?
I lost my father to the jails. Like, my dad went to jail when I was 2, right? And then when I was 2, he was in and out, would do maybe 5 years, home for maybe a year, go back, do a couple years, come out, and it was all through probation. Like, it wasn't like he was out here catching new charges. It was like the worst probation officers, the people around him might have got into situations. See, and this is back in the late 90s. You know, this is the early 90s, and so, you know, the justice system was corrupt, crazy then. And, you know, not to say that my dad was you know, listen, my dad was innocent of all charges, period. Everything he ever did, any time that he may have served, it was all innocence, period. Okay?
Period, mama.
Period. But when I was younger and my dad was in jail, my mom played such a big role in my life. Like, I know I talked about some of the trauma that in past episodes with me and my mom went through. But now as I get older and I stay in therapy and I deal with things, I feel like that's just because I was a woman. My mom had me at a young age. We grew up together. So a lot of things that I wanted to do, I couldn't. I was just being a teenager. Right. You know, and she was still trying to figure out life too as well. But my mom, when I was younger, even before that teenager, I remember Christmases, because I only had a couple, because my mom, when we became Muslim, it was a wreck. And I thank her for that. But the Christmases that I had, I remember gifts that say, from my dad. And it take a lot for the mom. Like, they don't understand how much, if your mother goes to jail, if your significant other, losing a person to the justice system it's heavy. It weighs not just heavy on a person that's locked up, but it also weighs heavy on a family that the close family. They gotta support these people. You gotta pay bills. It's like another bill. They don't eat. Now they got these meal plans where they can get $70 worth of food. And when you see the food, it's like the tuna fish that's in the already made tuna fish. And it's like $3 for one pack that we pay $1.25 for out here. Yeah, and it's a dollar store brand. You know, and like going back to when I was younger, it took a lot. I'm just finding out that my dad didn't send that stuff.
Right. As you should.
You know, so I shot my mom out for being a real woman and holding her part down, because it's a lot of women that cover a lot of things up for these men.
Right.
To make the men look great.
Right.
You know, and
definitely. They're saying they take a village to raise a kid. It really, really
it
does.
do. And like losing, they used to say I was a daddy's girl. Like I said, my dad got locked up when I was 2. So that means he had me under his wing from birth till when they first gripped him up.
Right.
And he was a teenager.
Right.
They had me when they was teens. When I say teens.
Right.
And like, I knew my dad my whole life.
Right.
Some people get parents that go to jail and they lose contact with their parents. They don't know what jail their parents are in.
Right.
They don't know if their parents are okay. My whole life, my dad was involved. When I was in elementary school, I used to be scared. My dad in jail, they say, I'm telling your dad, how you,
right.
Now that I'm grown and I'm saying, talking about it.
Right. How you gonna tell my dad?
How you gonna tell my dad?
But it'd be the meltdown. That was the same thing for me. I was a daddy's girl, so it was like, my dad ain't never had to hit me. He gripped me up one time. I never forget. My mom was in labor with my sister, and I was doing something. I'll forget what I was doing. He gripped me up by my shirt, and when I tell y'all I melted, like, I felt like this man just punched me in both my fucking eyes. Like, I'm crying. My girl goes to the son, he didn't even touch you. Like,
that's how my nana did.
Yeah.
My dad yelled at me, and that's my nana. Shaya can tell. Shaya was there because my dad, he yelled at me or something. He yelled at me, and I cried. I had a whole, like you said, meltdown. So when Shaya came, Nana was telling Shaya about it, but Nana smacked Shaya real hard, like bang, like Shaya was like, she was like, that's how soft he hit her. But it really hurt her.
She's like, if he hit her that soft, then that shit wasn't fucking soft.
She still talk about this to this day. She be like, Nana smacked me.
Trying to demonstrate. Almost knocked that shit loose. Knocked the whole shit loose.
Yeah, but losing my dad, so boom. I lost my dad when he was younger. He came home. My dad came home when I was in 11th grade of high school. 12th grade.
So from 2 to 11th grade.
Yeah.
Okay.
In and out. So
okay.
When he came home when I was in 11th grade. 12th grade. I was in 12th grade. Yeah, I was in 12th. I don't know. Maybe 11th grade, summer, 12th grade. Whatever.
Before she graduated, yo.
Whatever. Before I graduated. This man want to come home like he, Malcolm X / drill sergeant / super duper army. Hold up, bruh, man, from the 5th floor.
Yeah.
You ain't running nothing.
Right.
Not like that. Because I love you, Dad, and I'm happy that you're home.
Right.
But, no, like, we already got a system going. We didn't have this system going for all these years.
Right.
You cannot come home from jail and think that you're going to start a whole new system.
Right.
Learn your kids, learn your families. Parents that might be incarcerated, that might have just came home. Children that might, be going through their parents just coming home or maybe in jail. Y'all have to learn each other. Each day, each year that goes by, people are growing. Regardless of how the time may go, regardless of how you may think of it, people are growing. They are elevating. So you have to learn them. Don't come home assuming that your father knows who you are, knows the needs or knows the things that you may need as a father to a daughter. He doesn't know. He don't know you. He don't know what you like. He know what you told him over the phone, but he don't know what ticks you off. He doesn't know if if you having cramps, that you ball up and do things like,
Right.
or that you and your mom menstruals come on around the same time,
Right.
so y'all just clashing. He don't know these things.
Right.
He might have heard stories about it over the phone, or you might have wrote him letters, but y'all have to learn each other. So give each other a chance. Because that's what me and my father didn't do. He came home, he didn't learn me, he came home and wanted to make up for borrowed time. You cannot make up for borrowed time.
Right.
And that's what a lot of people forget. Their time has passed and gone. Let's try to rebuild on the time that we have moving on.
Right.
Let's try to go on and make a relationship off of what we have now. Teach me what you learned out of your prison experience.
With all of that, in what ways do you think your dad being in jail affected you as a person?
I have abandonment issues. I feel like when my dad came home, me and my dad became close like this. When he came home when I was a teenager. I already had a baby on the way, all that. So now I'm grown.
Right.
And like, we became close.
Right.
And once we became close, and then he got locked back up again just recently.
Now, him getting locked back up just recently, do you think it was worse this time because you and him got close?
Yeah. Because now I don't have my person. Whereas though, I don't have my guy best friend no more. Whereas I have him. I can talk to him. And I thank God for that.
Right.
Because, whereas though you can't.
Right.
So I thank God for that. And I would never take that away from him.
Right. Absolutely.
But it's like, dang, Pop, like, we only got 15 minutes to tell you all of this.
Right. My whole life.
Like,
my whole life basically in 15 minutes.
It made me feel like, if he can leave me, anybody can leave me.
Now, I get that part, and I get why you feel that part, but do you feel like him leaving you is his fault?
Ooh, yeah.
Okay.
A lot of this time, I definitely feel like it's his fault because my dad was a grown man and my dad was in transition.
Right.
My dad didn't obtain a degree when he was in, now he has a degree. Before, when he was incarcerated, he only had a high school diploma. Now he has a degree. He has something behind him. So how now that you have things behind your name, you get caught up in a situation, But it is what it is.
What it is, yeah.
Now, girlfriend, I know you hoe and back.
So I'm second guessing this topic as I'm sitting here right now.
Now,
I'm sitting here right now. Cause she came with another topic. I'm like, earlier today she ain't peep, but I was trying to redirect it. Like, yeah, let's do that topic. She like, no, we can do this topic. I'm like, all right, but yeah, my situation is different. I lost my dad through death. Mom and dad was married for 23 years prior to him passing away. Lived in a 2-parent household my entire life. I was 21 when my dad passed away. Never forget, and I'm 31 now, so it's hitting 10 years this April. And the people that said that the shit gets better over time, they fucking lied and they need their ass beat. Because granted, you don't have as many days in between. Like, the days get better as far as how many days you're like stable enough. But like the pain never go away, especially with having kids. It's just like, damn, you really can't see this. Like, you don't know what my son look like. You don't know like what my nephews look like. I think that's the hardest part for me. But my dad passed away in a car accident. I'll never forget the day. Sheriffs knocked on our door, and basically told us that our dad passed away in a car accident. I remember I was living in Frankfurt around this time, down the street from Frankfurt Terminal. And I'll never forget, I just walked out the house. I was hysterically crying, walking around the blocks. And it was this lady, I don't want to call her a crackhead, but she was a crackhead. And she stopped me and she was like, baby girl, people don't need to know your business like that. Whatever you got going on, go home. So I wanted to go home. All the family started piling in. I don't think it was actually real I'll be honest, I still don't think it's real. And that's sad because it's 10 years later. I know it's real, but it's just like, I don't think I ever processed the real of it. Like, I think I just move.
Girlfriend, I think you are now. Because she's saying she doubted this, but as adamant as she was about this topic, because I kept going around it.
Right, and I think that's because we both got something in common, but not really. You know what I mean? Like, it's a different
And
type
I
of
also
aspect.
think that you are, being as though you are a mother now, and you have a son, not a daughter, a son. I think that you are like...
I'm taking a drink, y'all.
I think you are like growing through it. I think you are really accepting the fact that now you're realizing,
right,
that your father is gone,
right,
and he
I think
won't
it actually
see your
took my son. I think it actually took Jakai for me to be like, damn, this shit is crazy. Like, I'll be driving to work one day just frustrated. Like, this shit is fucked up. Like, it's fucked up. Like, how shit happened. It's just fucked up. Like, it's a fucked up situation that, like, he can't see this shit. But it is what it is. It is what it is at the end of the day. But opposed to your situation, this is why I kind of advocated for this topic, because although I lost mine through death, she still lost a father at the end of the day. So, and her being able to talk to her father is different, because I'm not able to talk to my father, but I don't think that her pain is any less than mine, because she still don't have him here directly. And us as women, sometimes we need our dad. Like,
especially us as being daddy girls.
Right.
Like,
we need our dad at the end of the day. Like, and me, I definitely was a daddy's girl. Like, it got to the point, my mom tell me stories. She like, you 1 or 2, and you looking at people with the mean mug because you don't want them talking to your dad. Like, my dad came to my mom one day like, I need you to have a talk with her, because she being a little asshole.
And I'm a daddy girl. Like, I didn't like none of my dad girlfriends. Like, none of them.
Right. I just didn't like people talking to my dad, and it's like, but my dad was a fucking father.
Still like that with my dad. Like, me and my dad argue crazy.
Yeah. And I remember, to bring up my college days, I remember I had a friend, and she was arguing with her boyfriend. They both went to the same college. So the year after my dad passed away, mind you, my dad was paying my tuition, all this other stuff. Like, he was just hands-on dad. Mm-hmm. The semester after my dad passed, I went back to school. But it felt weird because I was always on the phone with my dad. So the people that knew that was just like, damn, I feel bad for you. Like, I know you be on the phone with your dad right now. Although they meant well, it was triggering. You know what I mean? Just because it's like, I don't want to hear that right now.
What do you think, like, I know it's nothing that, like, when people ask you, what would you want to hear?
It's nothing to say.
Because I never lost a parent. So I lost a parent, but, I can talk to my dad. You can't.
I think what people don't understand is it's nothing nobody can ever say to make it right.
Right.
It's nothing nobody, like, even, like, people try to be sympathetic, and I got family, I got friends, I got you, I got everybody that is there for me, but it's nothing nobody can say to make that right. Like, it's just something I got to live through.
Right. And what would you like your grief, what would you want it to look like? Like, what would you want your people to look like around you? Because my sister, we all know I don't have no birth sisters, but she gonna know who I'm talking about. When her father just recently passed, not even with her father, I just realized ever since the death of my cousin, I can't deal with death no more. Like, people were like, oh, such and such died, and I fall back. Like, I might go to the janazah because it's by rights of me as a Muslim, but that's as far as I'm taking it. And I learned I don't know how to help people grieve. So what do you tell other people when they're going through the grief? What was, from your personal, because you only can speak on your personal experience, how would you like, what if somebody passed that was close to you, what would you need from me? Period. That's all I want to know. I don't care about, because I want to know what would you want from me so I can know that I can be there for you, because maybe someone else, some people don't know how to be there when people die.
And to ask that question, I'm different. Like, I'm, as far as like expressing my emotions or even processing my own emotions, because honestly, I want to tell you nothing. Like, I don't think, and I got a village. Don't get me wrong. I have my family, my friends. I have a village, and it's a lot of shit that I don't have to go through alone, but I do. Why? I might need to talk that out with my therapist. I don't know, but like, I don't personally feel like it's nothing nobody can do for me. Like, granted, I know I got you if I need you, but at the end of the day, it's nothing you could essentially say to make me put.
So would you just want people to? So would you want me to make sure that I come over every day, even if, or would you want your personal space?
I'm a personal spacer. But a lot of people get scared of that because even when my dad passed away, again, I had a village, and I'm an isolator though. That's just part of who I am. I'm an isolator. So with that being said, a lot of people think that's scary because you can isolate yourself, and not a lot of people know what you got going on mentally. So it's like, is she isolating herself to off herself, or is she isolating herself to like do something to herself? But it's just, for me, it's a lot of processing that I have to do. But a lot of times I don't process it. Like, I move.
So as you're going through it, how are you going through it? What would you tell our clients? Because
I would tell our clients to know what you need. Know what you need. I personally know that I'm an isolator, and I not all the time is good, but I know I process my best when I'm alone. It has nothing to do with my friends. It has nothing to do with my family, and I know that I got a lot of love around me. Like, I know it's people that will come out for me, but at the same time, I'm the type of person, I need to know exactly what I'm feeling before I'm able to be like, girlfriend, I feel like this. Because a lot of times I don't know why I feel the way I feel. Like, even, again, my dad passed away 10 years ago. If a situation happened, I'm not processing the fact that, okay, it's because of my dad. For instance, my son, he'll be 1 in a couple weeks. Christmas, this is my first time decorating a tree. My brother, he always do Christmas. We celebrate Christmas. I go over his house, I give gifts, all this other stuff. It was a different type of feeling decorating a tree. Last time I decorated a tree probably was 20 years ago, because my mom turned Jehovah's Witness. So my dad, even when my dad was alive, he still let that part of us go because he was respecting my mom's religion at the time. But when I tell y'all, Let It Snow came on, and I fucking felt like I couldn't get it together. I was depressed for like weeks. Like, just being transparent, I was depressed. And I couldn't process why I was depressed to even tell somebody I was depressed. Because it was like,
until I said, girlfriend, are you okay?
Right. Like, I'm not, people around me know, like, I'm not talking, I'm not doing nothing. It was just like different, like having my son celebrating Christmas. And last time I decorated a fucking tree was with my dad. And although it was 20 years ago, it was like, damn.
Do you remember when you were going through something, and I told you, I said, girlfriend, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Because remember how you lost your father? You never leave the house angry. How did you feel when we had that conversation?
I gotta remember the conversation first to tell you how I felt.
Oh my God!
And then when I ain't say nothing, and then you gotta say something.
It's when you want me to go real uncut.
Fuck it.
It's when you and your baby dad were beef, and you was just block them and just stop speaking. And I would say, girlfriend, you can't do that. You can't leave mad. You can't just stop speaking, because what happens if something happens?
I still do that. And I feel like a lot of that comes from, I think just now, right now, I'm realizing I don't know how to process my feelings. I think that's what it is. Because I would definitely block somebody. Maybe it's the Capricorn in me as well, but I would definitely block somebody before I give an explanation on why the fuck you made me feel the way I felt.
But we fuck all of the other people and them other feelings. We talk. I want you to understand that it's okay for you to block people that made you upset. That has no real meaning.
Value in your life.
Yes, there has no value. But you cannot disconnect. Clients, this goes for anybody. You cannot disconnect on, my grandma Heidi stood tall on us. And her and my Pop George used to gang war. You never go to bed angry. Never. You never go to bed hasty towards someone that you love. You never wish the worst upon a person and sleep on it. You don't. You never know when that might be your last conversation.
Absolutely. And I should know that the most out of everybody. But again, this falls back down to me being isolated. Like, I feel like I don't want to have to explain my feelings. Y'all see how I just teared up just now? But Thugs cry too. Like, I don't like that part. Like, I'd rather just...
But it's okay.
I'd rather just process it and get it the fuck away from me.
And that's like, okay too.
I always felt like I needed to be strong for everybody else.
Yeah, but you gotta...
I said that a little bit last episode.
But what about this? You know, I say this a lot. Because I just recently became the weak person. These past few years. I always was a strong person. And what do they say? Who's going to be strong for the strong person? Who's going to be there for the person? And what did I say? I said that's why I fall back sometimes on telling you certain things because I can be a bit much. I'm dramatic.
She is, but it's not even that part. It's the fact that I take on her shit with her. I be ready to I'll be like, all right, let's go. What we doing? I gotta get out the bed right now.
But and you're not the only person, because I know there's a bunch of people that feel like that, and it's not because.
And it's not even that you're dramatic, girlfriend. You just kind of in touch with your feelings more than I am. So it's not. I wouldn't even call it dramatic. I just you're able to process how you feel a lot faster than others. So it's like,
yeah, my therapist
you understand. Like, I feel this way,
and I know that's what I want.
Right.
Because I know what I want. Right. I know what I need.
Right. Whereas me, I need days to figure out what the fuck, like, how you made me feel.
And I think that is the Capricorn in you.
I think so.
Because I know what I want. I know what I need. Is that.
And we kind of touched on that earlier when we was having a private conversation with me not really knowing, like,
that other situation.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just the type of person, like, I process things a lot, but I second guess myself. I know what I want, but I always give people the benefit of the doubt to be like, okay, maybe they can give it to me. But
yeah, me too. You know I do that. And you hate that about
right,
me.
But and I do it too. But it's just like I do it to the extent where it's like you gotta get the fuck away from me while I process. I'm an isolator. You're not an isolator.
So do you think losing your father made you isolated, or have you always been isolated? You always been isolated?
I always been isolated.
Okay.
I think that my parents didn't know a lot of shit that I was going through because I was isolated.
Okay. So you said something in the introduction. You talked about losing aunts, uncles. So my dad was incarcerated when I was younger, but my mom, brother, my uncle still, he really took on that role. So it was.
This is your dad's brother?
No, my mom's brother. Yes. This is my mom's brother. My grandma got 3 kids. Mm-hmm. My mom's the baby. All my grandma kids got a boy and a girl.
Oh.
So my uncle still, my grandma had a 3-story house, and that was the house we grew up in. My uncle still had the 1st floor, my mom had the 2nd floor, and the kids had the 3rd floor. Like, when I tell you it was the house, it was the house. Some of my pictures you might see with me and my cousins, and we might go like this because we lived on 6th Street, so we do it like the little 6. It's a little corny, but that was the house. Right. That was it. And like when I tell you, my uncle he took me and my cousin. She liked it pink. I liked it blue. It's not that I really, really liked it blue. I just wasn't really a big pinky girl. I always was a greenish.
Well, let me tell y'all, this pink shit is my idea.
And y'all all know that. Everybody who know me know that. But
she got her green shit over there.
Yeah, I got my little shit. So like, Shay is 2 months. Her birthday is 2 months ahead of mine. So like, we really 2 months apart. And like, we like sisters for real. Like, when I say we like sisters, we like sisters. And growing up, my uncle treated us like sisters. When my dad was in jail, I was his second daughter. Like, his second daughter. Shaya mom is not my grandmom's daughter, but that is my aunt. My husband was like, that's not your blood. My husband didn't know my uncle, but knew me, boy. Thought that my aunt thought, cause she's my aunt.
I met Meatball.
You met Meatball. You
Shout
met Meatball. Everybody loves Meatball.
I do.
But this is what we talk about is like losing a family member. Like,
so why do you say you lost your uncle?
I'm about to tell you.
Okay.
So I say I lost him because as I got older and I got grown, he never accepted the fact that his girls was getting older. His kids was getting older. Uncle is like the Malcolm X of the family.
Okay.
But I love him to death because the things that he taught me, the way a man's supposed to walk with you in the street, the way a man's supposed to treat you, the way that a man's supposed, just all of that, the way, and if he knew some of the things that I dealt with growing up, once I became an adult, it probably would hurt him because he raised me, his daughter. I'm going to say his daughter. His second daughter, because Shay is older than me. To know how much of a queen I am, how much of a princess I am, how much worth I am.
Right.
You know, and as I got older, he couldn't accept it. That's why I touched on that topic of learn your child, understand your child. Because he couldn't accept it, so
He kind of just fell off.
he kind of fell off. We fell off. We got rebellion to him. He got rebellion to us because it's like, we growing up.
Right.
You're not understanding.
So do you feel like your relationship never got the same from that?
I feel like our relationship never got the same, but I feel like our relationship is about to grow because you know why? I finally got that off my chest this past Christmas.
Okay.
I don't know what happened, what came over me, but I had to tell him, like, I love you, but I feel like you let me down as a father. And now my dad is gone again. I need you more than ever.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? Since I told him that, he done stepped up again.
Mm-hmm.
He texts me almost every other day. He starting to be the uncle that I knew that I had as a father growing up. And it's not that I need somebody to check on me every day. Like I told him, you will go winter, summer, spring, and falls without checking on me.
Right.
How do you know if my son got a coat?
Right.
Oh, because your daughter told you that my son was good? No, you call me.
Right.
I'm your daughter. The same way you calling your daughter. I don't care if I told you I'm good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I felt like I lost my uncle, but in them years but I'm gaining them back. I'm gaining my father back, and my dad respect him on a different level too.
Right.
And he know that, and my dad know that, and my dad lives comfortably and knows that I have him in my life.
Right. And I feel like that's the same thing with my brother in Jakai. I got an awesome baby dad. Let's not say that. Like, he there for his son. He played 0 games with any of his kids. Let's start there.
Okay.
Period. But my dad, when it came to my brothers, they was in sports. They was in this. Like, my brother was busy. Like, my dad had basketball games to go to, this games to go to, that games to go to. Because he had the boys in shit. You know what I mean? So now my nephews, they in stuff. Bob and my nephews, they in training. They in football. They in basketball. They in soccer. They in this. They in that. So now that I have my son, my brother is like ecstatic because he like, I can't wait till he get 3. Like, he going in basketball, he going in this, he going in that. And of course, again, my child's father will also be in the mix with him and being in sports. But it's just interesting to see my brother imitate the shit that he did, that my dad did with him with my son. Like, it's just like, the feeling is just like.
So, girlfriend, do you think can I get you and all your siblings in here?
Yeah, I'm sure you could. I'm sure you could. For sure. We can all sit down and have a conversation.
Let's go.
Okay. But it's definitely interesting seeing my brother. It's like he can never be my dad, but he's doing the things that my dad did with him with my son, and it's just like, okay. It makes it feel a little bit easier because it's like you still getting it from somebody. You know what I mean? At least my dad is still distant in my brothers to be able to come get you as my son and give you the same thing that he would have gave you. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's just that situation right there. Like, and even when it comes to my brothers and my baby dad, like they all link. So it's just like, all y'all can take the baby, take your car, and y'all go do your thing. You know what I mean?
And we can film that
Right. So it's like it's just that part. I said that to say it's also a lot of beautiful things that come out of it. You know what I mean? Although it's a lot of bittersweet situations, and it's just like, damn, fuck. Like, it's also a lot of things that I look at and be like, okay, he left his mark. You know what I mean? He instilled a lot of different things in my brothers for them to turn around and be like, you know what? This is what it is. Like, you know how we do things. I'm coming in. My brother said, every time I talk to him, he like, I can't wait till he's 3. Jakai, he be crying his ass off when it comes to my brothers because he just, I don't know. I think my son just, he don't like men or something like that. He be shy. But my brother be like, wait till you 3. Wait till you 3. Wait till you 3. All in his face. And it's just like, I love it. Like, I love it. I really, really, really love that part.
And you love your brothers.
I do.
I love your brothers.
Oh, I do. Like, I do. Like, and that's another thing that I feel like my dad instilled in all of his children. Like, we love each other.
Yeah.
Like, we honestly love each other. Like, the whole siblings beefing and shit like that, like, that's what every family, but I feel like us personally, we never had no real beef.
Right.
Because it's always to the point where it's like, come on, yo, we siblings.
And that's how my mom instilled with me and my brother. We all we got. Regardless of what. We all we got. And that's what I instilled with my son and fat man in my ear.
And same thing with my son. Like, he got siblings, and it's like, I want to instill the same things in him.
Exactly.
It's like, he don't play about his little brother. Neither one of them do.
Neither one of them. But Zai?
Neither one of them do. One day, we sitting there, I'm telling Zaza, one of his cousins got Jakai pacifier. I'm like, Zaza, go get his pacifier. Zaza walked right up in the mix like, yeah, give me that. Like,
was it my son?
No. It wasn't your son. I heard your son took my baby pacifier out his mouth and ran. And Jakai started screaming, right? So they put him on the floor to go. They're like, go get your pacifier.
You did that to him like that?
Go get your pacifier. They be beefing. Your son and my son be beefing.
But you know what I think the beef be? Because my son know that he not that big and he like, get the fuck up, little cuz. Come on,
they call him they call him little baby and big baby.
Oh, that's so decent.
That's what they call him at their grandma's house.
I like that.
So she be telling a story. She be like, little baby mad because big baby laying on me. Big baby mad because little baby laying on me. She goes from TJ take little baby. Now big baby mad TJ got little baby.
Yeah, because he don't play about Mr. TJ.
At all.
But, listen, we going to close this out with, you have to process it, understand that losing a parent can be difficult. If you losing a parent through the prison, I'm going to say this. If you losing a parent through the streets, through drugs, through courts, anything, you can still talk to your parent.
Right.
Understand no one is perfect. No one is perfect. This parent stuff don't come with no book. Okay? Your parent is learning. Your parent is growing. Take the time to be patient with your parents.
And I'm going to say, just to interject, for the parents for the people that lost a parent and don't have children yet, it's a different type of wound that get open that you don't even know is the fuck there. You don't know, like, I'm suffering from something right now. When I tell y'all, be as though I have a child now, he's about to be 1. It's different wounds that's there that I never knew that was there. Process all that shit. Like, you have to be able to process it to be a better parent for your child at the end of the day. Like, it's a lot, but I'm learning, like, I need my village. Like,
I'm glad.
I need my village. Like, I think it's taking my son to help me realize that the village I got around me, I need them. I need their support. I'm I'm an isolator, but I don't think I'm the type of person that should be isolated, because once I isolate myself, it'll turn into 2 days, it'll turn into 3 days, it'll turn into 4 days, it'll turn into 5 days.
Go on her phone, Mom.
She'll be on the phone, I'll be saying shit. She'll be like, you alright? I'm alright. Never tell her what's going on, but mentally it's a lot going on. And at the same time, I have to process and I have to learn how to verbally say that, because a lot of times when you're acting a certain type of way, you can't blame somebody for feeling like it's done.
Bam.
Like, you can't blame somebody for feeling like, you know what the fuck did I do to her? Like, did I do this to her? Did I do that to her? Like, and the whole time it don't got nothing to do with them.
And
they don't know
what's
that.
crazy? You know what's crazy, girlfriend? I had a conversation with somebody and I was like, I don't know what's going on with her. I said, I think I did something.
And the whole time it's not her.
And they was like, no, because I'm like that too. And I said, oh shit, you going through that too? And then when I sat back, and I said, all right, cool. My girlfriend really going through something. And then I realized the time of the year that it was. Check on your strong friends. Let's talk about that. Check on your friends. Let me tell you, my girlfriends know, because all my girlfriends they are all isolators. They don't care. All my girlfriends know, if I don't call y'all or I don't talk to y'all on a certain, y'all better fucking call me. Cause I told them I'm not that. When I'm that, I'm not in my best state of mind. Mm-hmm. I'm not mentally there. So know your friends. Understand your people.
That part.
Especially around the time of a death date. Trigger times. You know what I'm saying? Trigger times. The holidays are trigger times. Valentine's is coming up. Triggers. People want to be married. People want to be in love. People want to be in relationships. People been cheated on.
Right.
When you talk about losing a person.
That part. And that's another reason why it's just like, cause it's not just you. A lot of people be feeling like, okay, maybe I did something to her, but again, I'm an isolator. So isolating is not always good, because you make the people around you feel like they don't matter, or you feel like you make the people around you feel like they done did something to you, and it's like, it's not about them. So mentally you're not thinking about them. Like, I'm not thinking about how I make people feel if I don't even know how the fuck I feel, or I don't even know if I want to wash my ass today, or I don't even feel like. And being a parent, you gotta push through all that shit.
Yeah.
It's even more tiring, because it's like I want to stay in bed all day, but I can't, because I gotta get up and I gotta feed my child.
Listen, I'm here sick as a dog right now, and y'all don't even know it.
And that's just.
But this is our job.
It's our job. And just like motherhood, that's our job. Like, and I feel like a lot of times with me being a mother, it makes it even harder on my village, because it's like I'm already drained because I'm depressed. Now I'm drained because I have to take care of a little human. I can't process the fact that.
And then you drained because you got your fucking annoying ass girlfriend talking about, girlfriend, did you edit the video? Girlfriend, did you do this? Girlfriend, did you do that?
What you got going on, but at the end of the day, shit still gotta move. Business still gotta move, no matter what you feel like. And I think that's the hardest part for me. I think that part right there is the hardest part for me, because I'm already not talkative.
So do you think that with me having my father being a daddy's girl and still being able to talk to my father is
I don't feel like our pain is any different, to be honest. I feel like I would rather my dad be in jail than dead, because I would rather have those 15-minute conversations that I don't have anymore. But I still feel like you lost something. I still feel like your life will never be the same until he either comes out or whatever the case may be. But the possibility of your life possibly being the same again, I feel like it's hope.
Girlfriend, I'm going to say I am proud of you.
Oh,
because I know that this was a lot.
It was, and I ain't boohoo like I thought I was gonna boohoo, bitches.
Because she fucking held this shit back. Okay? And I know one thing for sure, two things for certain, she's gonna cry tonight.
And
that's okay. But girlfriend, it's okay.
She goes, so you gonna cry tonight? I'm gonna have to drink this.
But yeah, we about to go out. We about to go out, but this the thing. I'm glad that you processing it. I'm glad that you realized you had to process it. You got through it. This is what this podcast is for. This podcast is to get us, or us normal people, ain't shit.
Right. And even I was telling her, because it's a lot of stuff that y'all realize that we get on here and we might feel like we got it all figured out, or we just telling y'all old stories. But we be in therapy just right along with y'all.
This is our therapy
This
session.
be our therapy sessions too. Like, it be a lot of shit that we don't want to say right now. But it's like, even now, like, I'm okay. But the fact that it's a lot of shit that I processed in front of y'all right now. Whether y'all believe it or not, it's a lot of stuff that I processed in front of y'all. And it's like, fuck. But we the hood therapists. And guess what? The hood therapists also do therapy.
Yeah. Because who want to be there for the strong people?
Listen, liquor.
Linda? Oh, get up, Taco Bell. Listen, Linda. Linda.
But we love y'all.
We love y'all. We love y'all. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, drop your stories
Get
below.
your membership.
How about that? Because getting the membership, you're going to see this video
Days.
a week before. How about this? How about this, girlfriend? They get their membership and they get a free t-shirt.
Yeah. Yeah.
For my 1 year anniversary, everybody who gets a membership from now to my 1 year anniversary, February 14th, Valentine's Day. So that means you didn't watch this video to the very end. And we thank y'all for watching to the very end.
We thank y'all.